We're back. And Scott, you refereed a lot of big matches in your time in WWE. Do you have any that stick out as your favorites?
Oh, well, yes, definitely. I can tell you my very favorite. It was the Undertaker's Rest in Peace tour. It was his very last tour of the UK. Um, and he was working main event every night against Big Show, and I was reffing the match, and we were in the London's O2 Arena. So, listen, that Rest in Peace tour, I had in my career, I'd never been on sellout after sellout after sellout, and every town sold out, every one of 'em. And so, but this one stood out because that O2 Arena, that's the arena that Michael Jackson had, 50 concerts in a row booked. Uh, at the time when he passed, he had those 50 dates, and that the acoustics in that arena, I don't know why, it's just one of my favorite arenas anyway. And so, I remember I'm standing in the ring, Big Show comes out, they know he's working Undertaker, huge boos, just giving him the business, and he gets in the ring, and I'm standing in one corner, and he's away from me, and all of a sudden those lights go out, and you hear that first gong.
Gong.
That building, it was deaf, and I'm not kidding you, it was deafening, and because the ring, sits in the center of all those people, of course, and all of a sudden, Big Show had in that pitch black darkness had walked all the way over to, and he literally yelled at my ear and said, "This is awesome." And and he was right. I was feeling the same thing. It
Yeah.
was,
It's that
man,
palpable. I always say that because I learned what it meant, but I always say that because also it's like that's an energy that you literally can feel through your body. And I've
yeah,
stood in the middle of that ring and had his music hit before, and it's something to behold, you know.
the crowd literally, I mean, each night they got great reactions, but something about the vibe that night, I've never forgot. I mean, ever. I mean, that match, and then the other match that I think about my wrestling career being the top thing was, me and my brother Steve versus Dory and Terry Funk,
Mhm.
and we had our dad in our corner, and they had Jim Cornette in their corner. And, Dory and Terry, two dudes that I literally idolized growing up. I mean, brothers, like me and my brothers, and their dad was a wrestler, like my dad. I mean, man, they were, and I had no clue how stiff they were.
Oh,
Oh
well,
my
I don't know
god,
when
but
that was, but I could have told you about Terry.
yes, it's just a headlock you wanted to tap out. Um, but yeah, that match, to Arena with those two dudes, I'll never forget it. I mean, I'll tell that story more than just today.
And it's more than just about the match itself, you know what I mean? It's
Oh
about
yeah,
the moment. It's about that moment is special, and
yeah,
I'm sure they didn't have a five-star match, you know what I mean, as
yeah,
far as Uncle Dave's concerned,
yes.
but that moment to be there and be present for that is a special, special thing.
Yeah, it was awesome to me for sure.
And my heel run working for the Authority
The
in
The
authority,
authority, yes,
2012, and then a
and
heel spot moment at WrestleMania 30's main event between Daniel Bryan, Batista, and Randy Orton. Was that probably the biggest moment of your career just based on sheer size of that arena?
yeah, and viewership too. You know what I mean? I mean that was a huge, huge spot. And I remember I was literally I had my referee shirt on and just a black t-shirt on, and I walked up and just kind of sat down on the second row. And they had put a chair out there, and nobody was paying attention. You just think somebody's going to go, "Well, hey, here's the referee," because I'd been on TV doing the angle, with those guys and stuff, and not one person, they were just into the match. I mean, into it. And all of a sudden I saw my spot come, and then I heard Hunter look at Steph and go, "Where's Scott?" And I dun, 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 took the shirt off, leap the barrier, and there he is. And yeah, man, it was really cool. It was really cool. My wife and kids were there, and it was just a cool moment.
Yeah, it
Having
was a
had
very cool moment for Daniel Bryan for dang sure.